What's going on, folks? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and an absolutely surprise, crazy move. We have ridiculous news in the world of D&D Beyond in the form of D&D Beyond maps launching today for Master Tier subscribers of D&D Beyond. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a 2D top-down virtual tabletop in D&D Beyond. It easily, seamlessly integrates with your character sheets and allows you to do all of the roles. You can set up encounters and all sorts of crazy stuff. I did not think this would ever see the light of day. Now, I had heard rumors and kind of stuff through the grapevine about 4 or so years ago that D&D Beyond was working on this sort of map thing, and they were told to shelve it by Wizards of the Coast. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're finally seeing it. I thought it was going to be tabled permanently in favor of the 3D virtual tabletop we know that Wizards of the Coast is launching at some point in the future, with possible beta tests come later this year. Let's go ahead and take a look at the article, and then we'll take a look at some maps themselves. There's a video as well. I watched the whole video. Pretty much everything you'll get from just going through the article is pretty much explained in the video. But all right, so the long-awaited map tool is here. It is also going to be, I guess, existing alongside the 3D virtual tabletop. It is in alpha, they said, so be aware of the bugs. This is, again, the link to the map if you'd like to try it out. So yeah, basically, they said there's going to be, in alpha, the following maps. Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, Keys from the Golden Vault, Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk, Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants, and Giants of the Starforge, the sort of Bigby's companion adventure. They said going forward, all new content that they release will have integrated maps from within D&D Beyond, and they're going to slowly be adding their back catalog. It also appears to be free for those with master tier subscriptions. This is the highest tier subscription that's out there. And that's pretty much it. You can also get a 1-month free trial to start using maps today. There's a link in the, I'll have a link to the article there. And I'll showcase basically how to add a map in just a second here. But that's basically what they're kind of walking us through here. So one of the things that's cool is it also does allow the uploading of your own maps to it. So if we were to go to the maps homepage, which is right here, you can go ahead and pick your game or choose a pre-made campaign. So if we click this, we can pick one of the pre-made campaigns or choose one of our own campaigns. So for the purposes of this, we're going to select game. I'm going to choose, let's see, what do we want to play? I have all of the options of every game that's listed in my campaigns. So why don't we pick, I don't know. Why don't we do the Don't Say Vecna campaign that I did? We can go ahead and hit go. And that'll now take us to this map where it says there are no maps selected. And you can see we have a little chat window here. And now here's the options for maps. We can choose basic maps, where it's going to give us a variety of different maps that are just kind of generic things you might encounter. Snow, water, boat, stone tiling. Or we can go to specific maps. Here's Bigby's, Giant Starforge, Keys from the Golden Vault, Phandelver and Below. You pick whatever you want, and then you can just load in that map. So why don't we go to a basic map, and we'll just choose the stone tiling. We go ahead and hit the plus button. That has now appeared, and if we click out of this, here is the stone tile map. Now, we can go ahead and kind of play around with this, look around, move stuff. But this over here on the left side, this is the token browser, so we can go ahead and pick the players. Here are all of the players that played in my Don't Say Vecna one-shot, so we can go ahead and drop them here. Right? We can put a couple of characters on the map, and then we have if anybody had companions, animal companions, familiars, whatnot. And then we can go ahead and add monsters. We're going to go ahead and see if we can get Can we get Vecna? We can. So we're going to go ahead and throw Vecna, the Archlich, here on the map as well. So now we have some movement area here. Now, it doesn't have anything crazy like measuring tools or snap to grid or any of that kind of stuff. But again, it is an alpha. And then again, we can see an invite link over here. If you click, my face is in the way. If you click this down here, this is where you can go to open up an invite link to send this to other people to join the map itself. And the other kind of main thing to keep an eye on is this sort of cloud here, which is Fog of War. You can cover the entire area with Fog of War, and then players can only see what you reveal. You can reveal all, and then you can use the sort of paint roller to provide Fog of War where you want it, or the eraser to erase Fog of War where you don't want it. Pretty simple stuff to do. One of the other unique things is they do allow you to upload your own maps, which is pretty cool. So you can go, we saw basic maps. We can go, say, to here, the map area, and then we could say open map browser, and we could upload a map if we wanted to. And one of the things that I don't really have anything set up because I don't have any maps downloaded at the moment, but you can actually scale the map accordingly. So if we were to scroll down and you see this, they'll say like whatever you're scaling this little area to is the size of a medium-sized token. So you could use, if this thing has grids, to size it that way, or if it's just an ambient area, get the general idea of how you want a medium-sized mini to look on that map, and then go ahead and upload it. And now it's available for you to load from your uploaded maps. We talked about tokens, we talked about monsters, we talked about Fog of War. I like that it says Galahop. Got some Bluey fans here in the world of D&D Beyond maps, which is pretty cool. We talked about, again, here's Fog of War showcasing, erasing it so you can see inside an area here. And then again, it also works on mobile, which is really interesting. So you can use this on a cell phone or on a tablet, which is pretty neat to see. And then again, it also has a game log. So we have a map here. What I'm going to do is go here into D&D Beyond. And what I'll showcase is if I go to my campaigns, because we linked it to a pre-existing campaign here on D&D Beyond, I can go find my Don't Say Vecna game. Where is that? Don't Say Vecna right here. And then we can open up one of the characters that was on that map. So if we go ahead and click, here's Jordan's character. And then if I were to say roll initiative for Jordan's character here, and then go take a look at my Don't Say Vecna, there it is. Oh, it's hidden behind my face. Let me move it. Here's the game log, right? There is Espen Flamedrake's roll. It actually shows, looks like all of the rolls of everybody that was in that campaign. So if I were to take his character and we could make a wisdom saving throw, okay, for a 2, you'll see that where's the wisdom check, or sorry, check there. So I could move it over so you could just watch. And then now if we were to make a staff attack, right, natural 20, there it is to hit. And then we can go ahead and roll our damage. We'll roll the damage. And then there it is. So it's pretty intuitive, honestly, for what it is. It's nothing crazy, but it's an alpha, but it's available right now, which is kind of a shocker to me. Like I said, there is a video you can go ahead and check out on the D&D Beyond. I'll put a link to that video as well. But like I said, it more or less just goes through all of the features, the things that I just kind of covered. But I'm very shocked to see this. I thought we were going to be using the 3D virtual tabletop to possibly make 2D top-down maps with sort of 3D assets on them. But this is a very serviceable virtual tabletop that will have official assets from all things going forward and working backwards. They are allowing you to upload your own maps to it. Like I said, I'm very curious. We were talking about Chupeku Maps just recently. If you can get some animated maps, if you upload animated maps here, I don't know if it will support the animations, but it's definitely worth checking out. We'll have to do that maybe in a future video. This is just a real quick hit video because I happened to be at work today and saw that this came out and I wanted to cover it. But yeah, it's also interesting that they said in the video that they're basically, in so many words, said they're not revoking any kind of like what about existing virtual tabletops. And they're basically saying this is just another avenue for play. And this is actually very smart because as you saw, you can do encounter builder on D&D Beyond. And I'm curious if we were to go to I'll do it here in a sec. If we go to build an encounter, and that's still in beta, by the way, can we link an encounter to a map? Because if we were able to do that, that would be very interesting. So if we were to create a new encounter, it doesn't look like it has the opportunity to link the encounters to a map, but there's no reason you couldn't do that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it lets us. I'm just trying to see here. Let's go ahead and go to an encounter builder. So if we were to, actually, can we go to my encounters? Let's find one for an existing game. So we have, here is family game, right? We go ahead and we'll, oops, Let's resume this encounter. We have Rider, we have all the different characters here. Now, if we were to go to maps, which I think is under collections. Actually, I don't see where maps are. Is it under tools? Encounters, mobile app. Oh, it will also work with the Avray Discord bot. If you're rolling in the Avray Discord bot, that will work as well. I'm not seeing a direct link to maps from the homepage. So we're just going to go ahead and click this. So if I choose my family game and I hit go, okay, so we still have no map selected at this point. We'll go ahead and we were actually playing Lost Mines of Phandelver, and that was one of the final rooms there. So why don't we go ahead and do Wave Echo Cave, the player version. Okay. And then we can go ahead and add some tokens. This is my son's character here. Here we go. We'll add, my sister's character, and we'll add a Drider. Right? Okay. So if we were to do this, now the real question becomes, if we are in our encounter builder and somebody does something in the encounter builder, will that transfer into the map? So let's go ahead for the Drider and have the Drider make a strength check. 22. It works from the, okay, look. It works from the encounter builder. There's the 22 I just rolled. Okay, let's go over here again. Let's go to this, let's go next. Next. So this character here. Now we can't do much from, so because of the way this works, we can't do anything from the characters here. That just tracks the initiative. So we can go through the initiative, back to, we gotta go back to our Drider here. So we gotta go all the way through initiative count. But if we go back to the Drider, right, we click on it and pull up its stat block, we can go down to the Drider and have it do a longsword attack for 21 to hit. There's the 21 to hit. We can have it go ahead and roll its damage for 7 damage, and there it is. So as long as whatever you're doing, it appears to me at least, as long as you have the map linked to a game and the game's tokens linked to something, right? So again, because you can't roll from because you're the DM managing this, so if we were to go here and then say grab Nesnar, the black spider, and add Nesnar to this map, we can go ahead and go click on Nesnar and have him roll an attack with his spider staff for 7, and then his spider staff appears. Now, the real question is, if I don't add a token, and I were to just say go to a giant spider and have the giant spider make an attack roll, will it appear? 23 for the giant spider. Okay, so as long as you're rolling within the game anywhere and the game is linked to the map, those will appear. You don't have to necessarily be linked directly to tokens. So if we were to say, like, just roll random dice here, roll to self, roll a d20 for 3, that will appear. So as long as whatever you put on the map is linked to a campaign, you will be able to roll those dice, whether it's from something like the encounter builder or just, from a particular player's character sheet or what have you. So that's actually a pretty decent amount of interesting interactions, given the fact that this is just, again, in an alpha stage. So anyway, I'm very curious what you think about the D&D Beyond maps. Like I said, the only thing that's kind of my nitpick at the moment is there's no real easy way to get to the maps from anywhere in the game other than that one particular kind of area from like that blog post, because it doesn't look like there's a way to get there from any of the normal drop downs that we'd have here in D&D Beyond. Maybe if I click tools? No, I really don't know how to get into it without clicking on that particular. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anywhere else. So I don't know. That's my major nitpick at the moment. Is there's no like easily findable link, at least that I can see. So anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I am very surprised to see this in its existence at all. So I'm curious what you all think. And I didn't think we'd see this because I thought the virtual tabletop and 3D was going to be the future, but here we are. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.